Good morning, guys. This week we're going to be looking at the green slides on our Game of Life. The first slide is 21. The slides for the college and career are the same this week, so there'll be one video that you can both watch. But slide 21 goes over the new vocabulary words. We're talking about utilities, which is what the community supplies to your house or where you live, electricity, gas, water, those things, and the cost of those. Kilowatts is how electricity is measured. You pay by the kilowatt. And then therms is how you pay for gas if you have gas in your home. And so we're going to look at these vocab words to what we already have. So when you go to quizzes with your link this week, it'll be either the college one or it'll be the career one, and it's slide 21. And those will be set up for you to do this week as well. Okay, so let's look at the math portion of this. This one goes into explaining utilities. You can read this one on your own. And then this is where the math part comes in. The first one we're going to look at is your water bill. The water bill, this one, it says for our place that we're living, we're going to use $3,500 gallons a month for water. And so the first option is 4 cents per gallon. So you would simply just take your 3,500 gallons and multiply it times 4 cents to get the total cost for this company. Then you would do for our liquids, you would start with $80 per month as your base fee. And so then anything above 2,500 gallons, they're going to charge you 5 cents per gallon. So I want to do the math on this one, if I can pull up my document, Kim. So it said that you're going to do $80 for the base cost. And then according to the Google slide, we went 1,000 over that 2,500. So then you would take the 1,000 and multiply it times the 5 cents and get that answer. Once you get this answer, simply go back and add it to your $80. And that will give you the cost for that company. And so if I go back to the slides here, let me go back to my slide here. So on this one, you would have to come up with the total cost. And then you can decide with your game, would you rather choose this one or this one, depending on the cost. And so that helps you a little bit with the math for the water bill. Then the next bill that you're going to have that you need to come up with is your electric. Again, there's two options. You have Lightning Bolt Incorporated and you have Zippy Zatz Electric. And also this depends on what type of place you decided to live. Now remember last week we had, let me show you, we had these two slides here. And you had to decide according to how many people were in your family, which choice would be best for you. And so you're going to use whichever choice you chose to help you answer some of these questions. So on this one, if you chose this one, it's 700 kilowatts for an apartment, number one. You'll use 950 kilowatts for apartment number two. If you bought a house or renting a house, you're going to be spending 1,400 kilowatts. And on this one, 2,000 kilowatts. Sorry, not spend. That's what you'll be using. And so you have two choices. On this one is 13 cents per kilowatt hour for the Lightning Bolt. And you would just take whichever one you chose and multiply it times 13 cents. This one is similar to the one I had showed you earlier. This one has a base fee of 100. So no matter what you use on kilowatts, you're going to spend $100 per month. Now, if you go, that's for up to 1,000 kilowatts. If you go over 1,000, you're going to spend 20 cents per kilowatt thereafter. For example, this would be $100 plus. This one would be 400 over. So you would do 400 times the 20 cents and add it back to that 100. This 2,000 went 1,000 over. So you would take that 20 cents and multiply it times 1,000 here and then add it back to the 100. This way, if you do the math on both of these, you can see what's the best one for your family because you want the cheapest that you can get. Now, what happens with apartments? They're only using 700 and 950. So they would be paying on this one just the simply 100 per month. They wouldn't have to do the math portion here. So make sure that you've done the math for your choices. You can decide which one would be best for you. And then on the next slide, 25, again, we're choosing a company. This is gas. We have two choices, Poppet Company and Daily Hot Airfare LLC. And so this one is simply per therm, 68 cents per therm. This one is $11 per month. That's for your base cost. So you're going to add $11 to whatever you have to multiply here. So this one up here, it says we're going to use 220 therms per month. Now, in a real world, you would probably be paying less for a smaller house compared to a larger one. But just for this game, we're going to just stick to the 220 therms. So you would take 220, multiply it times the 57 cents, and then add your $11 to find the cost for Pipe Company. And on this one, you're simply just multiplying 68 cents times the 220 therms. And again, you choose which one is best, okay? Then on the next slide, let's see, let me go down, is your internet and cable. Now, guys, if you're really on a tight budget, you don't have to purchase cable or internet or any of that. But if you choose one, these are your choices. You can get Fable Cable and Internet, which is $60 per month, and it gives you basic cable and internet. Probably the speeds are not very good. That's usually the way it works anyway. And then you have AT&Me Cable Company, which is $140 a month, but you have all the cable channels and all the high-speed internet. And so again, your choice, choose wisely. Then on the last slide for the week, you're going to go back and add all the things that you've done. You'll go back to the slide with your housing costs and put your housing costs here. Whichever water company you chose for how much it costs per month, you'll put that amount here. Your electricity costs will go here. Your gas cost goes here. And your cable total cost is here. Now, if you're really low on money, it's not a have to. The ones above are have tos. Remember how we talked about wants and needs? This one is a want. These are needs. So then when you tally them up, that will give you the tally for the total cost per month. And that will take us to the end of this week. If you have questions, let me know. We will be doing our Google Meet on Tuesday of this week. Check your folders for information. You guys be blessed. Start soon.